Set. 180. Go. Go. Back Omaha. Ready, move.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. Call it no gain on the game's first. First play, and it's second down now.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First down, Detroit.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. To throw is Stafford. Complete. It's Johnson. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity. Strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out.
40 gun.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Fielded about a yard deep. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Lock in.
Here's Trubisky. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They run. This is Cohen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Check nickel.
They run with David Montgomery, the 3rd-round pick from Iowa State. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
It's our field. Alert.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
36-yard line.
Get up. 180. 51.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Open man, Tanner Gabriel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A well-executed 22-yard gain. First down, a run with Cohen. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's got Burton here. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now it's Stafford. He gets this one to Johnson. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. They run. It's Johnson. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. That's complete to Robinson. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Bears first down.
Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Watch the shift. Win the rep. Let's go right here.
On 1st down, it's Cohen, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Throwing here, Trubisky to Gabriel, middle of the field. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Devon Kennard able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Check. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Alert.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup. Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford, open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 3rd down, Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
6-man.
Hey, Foxtrot.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's now 10 of 10 throwing the ball here to start the game.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now it's Trubisky. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Second and goal at the 12-yard line.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So that's one you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I could understand it, but it's almost like you heard a whistle or something that stopped his swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Again, it's Cohen. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Don't get nervous. Check 99. Check alert.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Alert. Why? Get wide. Alert. Five. You ain't going nowhere.
From the 31, Trubisky dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Get on. 180. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner.
Hey, 5-0!
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down.
Hey, watch the slant. Hey, Charlie.
From his own goal line, Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. On 1st down, Stafford here. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Set. 180. I got you. Man left. 4 down.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy to the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Amendola, he was the intended target. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And an alley to run. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them,
he's got a man complete. That one good for 37 yards. Well, what do you think? Maybe got away with one? I mean, he's thrown 2 picks already. That looked pretty dangerous.
And it had a little hang time on it, so what he needs to do right now, hug it out a little bit with his guy, because he went up and made a play on the football and kept him from potentially throwing that 3rd interception. There was some trust in there. There was also some hope.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
A gain of 26 yards.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Again, it's Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the... And this is caught for a touchdown. We'll check the flag, but it looked like a clear offsides, and it should stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
40's Mike. Hey, 18. Good track. Switch. He's coming. We got time. Hey, ball.
They try again with Cohen. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Give him 8 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
He's coming. Here we go. 18.
Now Trubisky. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He's checking. Crash. Shift. Hey, 18. Watch the safety. Lock in.
On first down, it's Cohen. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
At 25 the mic. We're going 25 the mic. You better bring it. You better.
Hey, high 7.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Escaping the pressure right. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Red,
hold the look, hold. 44's the mic. 44's the mic. Here we go, G.
Hey, orbit.
44.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Going up top for Miller. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We'll go Mike.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let him know.
He'll look to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's back to throw. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Back to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
Monday. Tighten up.
Hey, Haywood.
Let's go. Right here, guys. Fight.
They'll look to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Back to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
And the Lions first down.
Ready. 20. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step. Hey, 70.
Hey, Delta.
Let's go, baby.
From the red zone now, Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Kenny Golladay, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
59. Check. 59. What's the cut?
Stafford now to throw. He finds his man Johnson. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Set. 260. Alert. 6-6. Pull it high. Hey, 5-0.
Stafford. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.